Thank you, everyone. So I'm so excited to talk about the inclusion portion of how do we get our community more involved in the co-op. And Dave hit it right on when he talked about just the change in landscape. And not only we're facing problems with getting people that are excited about the co-op and taking it to that next level. So some things that I think of when I think about inclusion and bringing community together is starting from our store. So when you have a group of diverse people with different thoughts and different backgrounds that are able to give your feedback and that are open and honest with each other, that's where it starts. And for us, our admin team is over 60% diverse. Our store staff is over 50% diverse. So we're able to hear all these things about what are your concerns. So we hear things in the store from, I'm at Davis and it's a very nice community, but some of our staff is struggling to make ends meet. And how do we incorporate things that we do in the store to help meet that? So having some of that conversation to me starts with bringing everyone to the table. And what's great about that is we can take it one step further and we have a group of community that we can bring to the store. That inclusion circle just gets bigger because now I'm able to influence 3 other people that I know to come and shop at the co-op and get people excited about understanding the roots of the co-op and helping them understand why it's so important to be part of this change. So to me, it starts with who is at our store. And from that, like I said, positioning our store to serve our community. For our Davis, it's about over 60,000 in population, but diversity is changing. We have a lot of people that are identifying themselves as, a lot of Asians in our community, a lot of Hispanics in our community, and it's changed from when the co-op started years ago of predominantly white Caucasian in that group, and to be able to incorporate what they want in our store. So we are going through a store reset in this year, and we're asking NCG to review our Latin sets, Hispanic sets, Asian sets, Japanese sets. So we are able to say you can get a cleaner version of whatever you're buying in our store. So to be able to do that and be open-minded to that, I think about that as well, as far as inclusion. And for us, co-op started with care and concern for our community. Like we do it great, we've done it, but then we just need to be able to talk about it more. There was a session that we participated in from NCG about really telling our story, and we need to be able to do that. So whether it's, we're donating to food pantries, we're donating different things in our store, and we just got to be able to talk about it. And not only that, though, identifying what our community needs. For our store, we have people that serve on the Downtown Business Association, Chamber of Commerce, so that they can understand what's happening in our community and bringing that back into our store. So one thing that we were able to find out was there are a lot of population in UC Davis that are fighting food insecurity. And to hear about that and know that we're only 4 or 5 miles away, we couldn't say we're just gonna not address it. So just recently, I'm so excited, I know Nathan is here from Produce, we started doing partnership with UC Davis where twice a week we have food that gets picked up and it gets taken to the UC Davis food pantry. And people are able to access food, not only food, but healthy food, and knowing that it's coming from the co-op. So being able to do that drives that more inclusion in our community as well. And then finally, the change in retail landscape. We've heard about it, we've seen it, how Amazon's changing, Amazon's morphing. And recently I went to a Whole Foods store, and it was interesting to me how they've changed some of their landscape, even though they're in the infancy stages of trying to figure out what to do. But they've changed what they're serving. I saw a lot of conventional food when I was there. Whole Foods was mostly organic and local, and that environment is shifting. And you see articles and articles after how they're asking different locals and vendors to pay premium prices for their shelf space, where we're the opposite. We go to our local farmers and we say, let's pay you fair wages. Let's make sure that we're taking care of you. That way we know that consciously we're doing the right thing. So in our store, we are doing our first annual growers meeting, which is gonna invite all the local farmers and say, tell us about you. That way we can make sure that we're advocating for you out there in our community, and that way we can drive that bond, and people know that they can come to our store, and even Sacramento here, you can get full belly peaches, and they're the best peaches that you can get besides anywhere else. So to me, inclusion starts everywhere. It's amazing. So, and it starts everywhere. It's not just when you're thinking of just one aspect, it's how do we incorporate those voices everywhere. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.